We're live from the drive on a fresh October evening here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us from the comfort and warmth of your own home while we all freeze our you-know-whats off here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Liam Cook coming to you live from Sphinx Drive with live and uninterrupted coverage, well apart from half-time of course, of Coventry Sphinx versus Wellingborough Town in their pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. We have just got underway with Coventry Sphinx kicking from right to left in their sky blue and white home shirts with navy shorts and navy socks. Wellingborough looking to kick-start already, and it's an early drive into the area, gathered well the near post by Keelan follows in the first couple of seconds of play here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Let's get you into the starting lineups. Kicking off with Coventry Sphinx, we're expecting them to go for a back five with Charlie Woods in goal. Wing backs will be Joe Percy and Jordan Hayward. Either side of them will be Jamie Draper, Lewis Guest and Pat Zito. Defensive midfield are the Callum Woodward and Jack Downs. And then pushing on will be Willock, Carey and Jube. And for Wellingborough this evening, for all you doughboys tuning in, welcome to the channel. Number 1, Adam North. 2, George Barnell. 3, Daniel Inmoven. 4, Danny Draper. 5, Jack O'Connor. 6, Lloyd Buckby. 7, Will Bates. 8, Joe Curtis. Number 9, Jordan Graham. 10, Will Jones. And 11, Connor Fury. And on the bench, Tom Ichafano, Jay Bruce, Isaac Olalei, Neo Richard Knoll, and my old mate from Coventry United, Joe Blowers. Slowly drive through the midfield from Joe Curtis, taken out by Draper in a wild effort from midfield there. The Wellingborough man, haven't quite seen the shirt number yet, but it was Lloyd Buckby who thought he was playing rugby for a moment there, looking for 3 points. And it looks like Wellingborough also going for a back five with Will Bates playing at right wing back. Sphinx will be looking to dust themselves off after a below par Saturday afternoon, the long trip to Grantham. We know what the Sphinx can do. We need to see it tonight. Willock nods on the goal kick from Charlie Woods, cut out by Jack O'Connor. Nod across by Jones. Woodward is there, tries to play it through the middle for Stanley Jube, turned away by Barnell. Woodward with the interception, tries to play it over the back line. Barnell nods to the cross. Here's Inmoven. Thumps it into the danger zone from range, but Charlie Woods is the first man there, and comfortably so. We will, of course, keep you up to date with what's going on at Loftus Road. A big match between two of the struggling teams in the Sky Bet Championship tonight, Queen's Park Rangers and Coventry City. Best of luck to the Sky Blues in Shepherd's Bush tonight. Jube glancing header onto the penalty area, but it's Jack O'Connor who gets there first for Wellingborough. Plays it along the right touchline, headed on by Will Jones, and no-nonsense defending from Lewis Guest, who is set to begin a 3-match ban after a red card after the final whistle against Grantham Town, which we didn't report on here on the live commentary of the game because we'd already gone off air by that point, but there was an altercation afterwards and Lewis Guest receiving a red card. Buckby from the throw-in. Again, looking for a red shirt within the confines of the penalty area, but no one there. And the referees just want to check that the ball is inflated enough. It's not, so kitman Paul Seddon throws over a new match ball. Referee this evening, Mr. Richard Walker. It's a long one from Charlie Woods, formerly of Quorn, of course. Headed back where it came from by O'Connor. And there's Lewis Guest, the vice-captain. Heads on looking for Joe Percy. Downs takes it on. Kyle Carey, a little hand in the side there for Inmoven, keeping Carey at bay, and it's out in front of the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand. Any Wellingborough fans tuning in, wondering who the late great Willie Nibbs was and continues to be in the hearts of Sky Blue and White. Willie was a dearly beloved manager of Coventry Sphinx who sadly passed away on the way back from a game back in 2001. He tried to keep his memory going with the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand. Slid back to his own backyard there by Will Bates and nearly caught his teammate Danny Draper out. Jube looking to meet the ball down the right-hand side, but it's played out off Jube for the throw-in in front of said stand. Imoven's throw along the left-hand touchline. Back right came from by Jamie Draper. Willock. Shrug past the defender, Stanley Jube. Bundles over O'Connor. It's Jube with the early effort and tipped around the post by Adam North. Brilliant drive from Stanley Jube after the flick on from the big number 9, Shea Willock, pirouetting around his man. Jube still looking for his first Coventry Sphinx goal. It's with Callum Woodward, the captain, from the resulting corner. Guest and Zito up there. Head away at the near post by Lloyd Buckby. The seconds should come back to Woodward with a bit of help from Kyle Carey. Sphinx maintain possession. Downs has to try and trick to the right-hand side. Who got the last touch? It's all closed in. It will be a Wellingborough throw-in right in their own corner. And the Sphinx management duo of Sean Thomas and John Woodward unhappy with the decision. Champions League action tonight as well, with Arsenal and Aston Villa in action in Europe's greatest club competition. I still can't believe I'm saying Aston Villa and Champions League in the same sentence, but there we are. Arsenal home to Shakhtar Donetsk, and it's Bologna at Aston Villa. Throwing towards Willock, glancing header on by Willock. Jube stretched to get the effort away, but it was bouncing across the goal mouth. Jordan Hayward prevents the counter-attack down the right-hand side by Will Bates. It's out for the goal kick. And Coventry Sphinx not in action on Saturday. There'll be a little break between matches here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Our next fixture coming up, I believe, next Tuesday. So only the 7 days you've got to wait, but that's the rearranged fixture at Quorn on the 29th of October. Field Zito has to deal with that one under pressure from Jones. Back to Will Jones from Danny Draper. And Draper able to trick his way past Zito. The cross cannons off Jack Downs. Downs shields the ball from the Doughboys number 10 and blasts it off Will Jones for the goal kick. And both Jones and Bates feel that Downs got the final touch on that one. Linesman, who was in perfect vicinity, decides against a reprieve for Wellingborough. Let's have a look through the benches for Coventry Sphinx and Wellingborough. So for Coventry Sphinx, we have a defender, Riley Nicholson, as well as left-back Finley Shorrock. Midfielders, Callum Ballinger and Idris Fasani, and forward, Roan Nui. And a reminder for Wellingborough, Ijafano, Bruce Blowers, Ole and Richard Knoll. Draper sends that one high into the sky, and the pressure from Jordan Graham. Done by Fury, looking for Graham again. Guest sends that one clear, but a powerful punt on. It's pinball football at the moment, end-to-end stuff. And Graham sends it through now for Will Jones. Pirouettes on the edge of the area, trying to steady himself with a strike, and didn't get the clearance of contacts on that one. Swiped at the ball. And it's easy pickings for Woods. Woodward seizes the opportunity as Buckby let it get away from him. Here's Shea Willock. Through the legs of Buckby. Collected on the edge of the area by Imoven. Draper. Clearance charged down by Jube. Coventry Sphinx putting their opposition to the pressure here. And now it's a chance for Shea Willock. Well saved by Adam North. Smothered the ball. It rolled loose for a moment as Willock was looking to pounce. But North was able to hold on to it just long enough. Launched up by O'Connor. Jones. Cushions it on for Will Bates, but fired out. Straight into the car park. The Sphinx back line not playing games here. If in doubt, get it out. So the throw to come from Bates. Curtis in support, as is Jordan Graham. Here's to Jones. Bates back to Will Jones, who's been the focal point so far for Wellingborough Town. Crossing opportunity for Joe Curtis. Space out wide for Bates. Bates found. Slide in by Callum Woodward. Does the trick. Gets the seconds first. Handball claims against the Wellingborough number 7. There's a tad harsh maybe on Will Bates. His arms were pretty much at his side, but it definitely did hit the arm. Was it in a natural position? I would say yes, but again, the linesman right in front of it. As Woodward tried to clear his lines. 10 minutes gone here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 0, Wellingborough Town 0. Contrasting fortunes for these two sides on Saturday. A massive win for Wellingborough against recently promoted Racing Club Warwick. 5-0 victory for the Doughboys. Coventry Sphinx unlucky to leave without a share of the spoils at Grantham Town, losing 2-1 after a Darlington double. Cautious approach from Draper, slips it into the area. It's Jack O'Connor who clears. Can Wellingborough finish the job here? Draper. Now strolling away, Lloyd Buckby. Bates. Through a Sphinx sandwich there. Finds Jones. Curtis. Sliding in. Callum Woodward, a rough one, but got plenty of the ball. Throwing midway into Sphinx turf on the right side for Wellingborough Town in their changed, checkered red and white strip. Almost looks like a Croatia shirt. We've still not got over the 2018 World Cup. Graham shielding from Lewis, gets forced back into Wellingborough territory. One goes from Buckby. Jones does it across the area. Volleyed into relative safety by Draper. Headed on again by O'Connor. Jones, did he lean into that with the arm? Yes, he did. Similar to what Rowan Newey did as he thought he'd got Coventry Sphinx a goal at Grantham on Saturday. It was eventually chalked up one of 2 Coventry Sphinx goals which were ruled out. So it's Charlie Woods, the new Sphinx number 1, signed from Alvechurch this month. So it's Woods away, drifting to the right-hand side where Willock is waiting. Imoven gets his bookmarks on that one. Imoven into the centre circle, and a ferocious kick to the right-hand side by Jamie Draper stops the counter in its tracks at the expense of a throw just down line from the Sphinx technical area. Graham falls into touch by Draper and immediately taken by Jamie Draper. Jube cushions it for Jack Downs. Looking for Kyle Carey. Carey stretch, couldn't get enough on the ball to slow it down. Downs nods the clearance over to Jordan Hayward at left wing back. Carey's up there too. And a little too forceful from behind was Will Bates as Hayward was heading away from the box, trying to create some separation. And Callum Woodward unhappy as the ball was seemingly kicked away by Joe Curtis. Woodward not one to rest on his laurels, takes the quick free kick. Here's Kyle Carey. Squares for Downs. Dare he try it from here? No, he's going to turn away and find Woodward. Sphinx looking for a chance a little closer to the home. Jube cut out, and it's Danny Draper who comes away with it. Down the right-hand side for Jones. Little shirt pulled by Patrick Zito, but good strength on show according to the referee. Here's Guess. Sits it through for Jube. Carey wants it played through. It's down the left-hand side for Jordan Hayward. Neat touch on. Space to work with for Jordan Hayward. Across the face of goal it goes. It's cleared to the near post. Hayward. Now Downs. Woodward kills it high and wide. Caught it sweetly enough, but the accuracy was off. Well, we've already had the rugby joke once today. I don't like to overload it with the same sort of pattern. See, a commentator's power is his ability to make the same jokes work every week by not overusing them. That's the way to do it. It's cleared by Charlie Woods. Comes back with Grantham. Fury on the left-hand side. Connor Fury. Covered up by Downs. Blocking his pap at Fury's not taking over an answer. He's gone past Jamie Draper. Fury still going. Tight angle, they get the cross in, but a combination of Downs and Draper has smuggled it away. Clearance blocked off. Fury again. And the chance to strike perhaps for Jamie Draper. No, blocked off. And Downs hooks it down the left side. Buckby. No one home. Jordan Hayward momentarily brought it back, but Jones has got it back. Aimless cross from Will Jones, curls out on the far side for the goal kick. "15 minutes gone at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 0, Wellingborough Town 0. We'll, of course, keep you up to date with what's going on around the grounds in the Pitching Northern Premier League Midlands this evening. More troubles at Walsall Wood mean their game at Sutton Coldfield is off, as is Long Eaton versus Loughborough. We're not entirely sure why that game's off, actually. It may have been due to a cup match. But Long Eaton versus Loughborough Students is also postponed. Just the one goal so far in the opening 15 minutes. Hinckley, in fact, no, 2 goals now. Another one's just gone in. Darlaston 1-0 up at Lye. And Hinckley have scored at Racing Club Warwick. It could be 2 wins in 2 for the struggling Hinckley side. And well, there's been plenty of goals in the Championship, but still nothing at Loftus Road. Coventry City and QPR still drawing 0-0. No goals in the Champions League either, but they've only just started the 8 o'clock kickoffs. So in the Championship, Cardiff 2, Portsmouth 0, Leeds 2, Watford 0, Oxford 1, Derby 0, Preston 2, Norwich 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea 0, Stoke 2, Bristol City 0, and QPR 0, Coventry 0. That's a great ball from Charlie Woods. Down the left-hand side for Jordan Hayward, and Hayward's in the area now. It's a dangerous challenge, and it's a penalty challenge. Will Bates sticking the leg out. Jordan Hayward, who got the goal at Crantham on Saturday, has earned a spot kick for the Sky Blue and White within 17 minutes on Tuesday night. Jones trying to shepherd Hayward away and lashed out at the Sphinx number 3. And he's now gifted Shea Willock the chance to convert from 12 yards. Any player will say there's no excuse to miss from 12 yards. Shea Willock rarely misses from any points on the pitch. Now Sphinx need him to convert here. He does! Plenty of power, plenty of precision. What else do you expect from Shea Willock? A giant of a man and a giant of a striker. When Sphinx need him, he's always there. And the out-touch Loney buries that one from 12 yards. Coventry Sphinx 1, Wellingborough Town 0. So it's cleared by Woods as Willock's penalty has put Coventry Sphinx in front. Percy was up for it. Downs, a little tangle in midfield there with, I believe it was Buckby who hit the deck. In front of the William Nib stand as Wellingborough now look to regroup. So away by a moment. Zito. Header away on the edge of the area. Draper tries to keep it alive. It's Joe Percy upfield towards Shea Willock. Deflected to the left-hand side. And Callum Woodward. Jordan Hayward looking to wreak havoc again down the left wing. Covered up by the man who hacked him down in the area. Will Bates finds support in his captain, Woodward. Stanley Jube. First time ball to Shea Willock. Trying to get the space for the shot. Crowded out. And it's Danny Draper who comes away with it. Fury. Grantham has strayed offside. Will Jones continue? Grantham was interfering with play down the left side of the box. He left it for Jones to collect, but the defenders were clearly put off by his presence. "20 minutes gone at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 1. Wellingborough Town 0. How the Sky Blue and Whites need a victory tonight. They had a great start to the season, but in recent weeks they've fallen slightly flatter. But so far, so good tonight. It's Woods down the right. Willock leaves it for Kyle Carey. Carey keeps it in. Stanley Jube. Crowded defence blocks off the penalty area. Slid on by Draper. Barnell. Launched clear by the goalkeeper North. Downs keeps it going for Spinks and slipped through for Jack Downs. It looked like a perfect ball. It just couldn't quite get the toe on it to slow it down from Stanley Jube. Now it's collected by North between the sticks in his lime green goalkeeping kit. Almost like Keelan Fallows there for a moment, who's now with Hinkley. Charlie Woods all in yellow. Zito collects in his own backyard. Will he try to shield it into touch under pressure from Bates and Jones? Yes, he will, and he succeeds. Great work on show from Spinks' rock-solid centre-back, Patrick Zito. And there's been a goal at Loftus Road, and Coventry City are in front. Haji Wright has scored for the Sky Blues, and how they desperately needed that goal. They've only just started that there, actually. It was an 8 o'clock kickoff, and they've scored in the 4th minute through the American international Haji Wright. Guest. Well, Draper stayed down, holding his head. Spinks are going to continue. Now the referee, Mr. Walker, has called it back. Well, Draper will likely be called in to replace Lewis Guest over the next couple of weeks, with Guest set to start a 3-match ban next Tuesday with a trip to Quorn. Callum Martin not selected this evening for the matchday squad, but you'd imagine that he's going to be back for the Quorn game. In terms of defensive options, the best one you could probably hope for at the moment is Riley Nicholson. Or Spinks could maybe go back to a 4-man back line. Draper's made of stern stuff. You won't force him off easily. Apologies if you're having some audio difficulties there. We have now rectified the problem. It remains at 1-0 to Coventry Sphinx. "30 minutes gone at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Woods down the centre of the park, headed back where it came from by Draper. Graham. Going to find his way for a sea of sky blue. Fury is the target. Interception by Percy. And cannons off the back of Connor Fury for the Coventry Sphinx throw right in their own corner. Coventry City still lead 1-0 at Queen's Park Rangers, so it's a good team. Sorry, a good night to be a team from the Free-Spired City in sky blue. Draper. Well at the target. Imo and swats it back towards his own back line as he tries to punt it away. Barnell. Draper heads it towards the halfway line. There's Jack Downs steaming in with Draper and Zito. Let's Jones through, and Charlie Woods on the edge of the area. Was it a clear goal scoring opportunity? But the referee's given a penalty there. It looked to be outside the box. A yellow card for Charlie Woods. Did he get enough of the ball? It looked to me as if Woods' slide was just outside the penalty area. It'll be interesting to see the replay back. Zito uncharacteristically letting the ball get away from him, forcing Woods' hand. Sphinx can't believe that the referee has pointed straight to the spot. Well, Wellingborough asking for a red card here. I believe I saw the official pointing to the penalty spot. It may well be a free kick. It is going to be a free kick right on the edge. It seems that the referee had pointed for a penalty, but no, Woods has got away with it. But it is a yellow card for the Sphinx number 1. It may not be a penalty, but it is a prime goal-scoring opportunity for Wellingborough Town, and Danny Draper is going to take the responsibilities. Sphinx putting everyone in that wall. 2 Wellingborough men in the area, 2 Sphinx men on them. Danny Draper to pull Wellingborough back level. Makes the most of the opportunity. It may as well have been a penalty. It was a ferocious strike from Danny Draper. Thunderous effort taking it past the outstretched fingers of Charlie Woods, and we're all square at the drive. Well, Callum Woodward has just been conversating with the linesman on this near side, and the linesman has actually said that Woods got the ball. So if that's the case, it's surprising that the kick was given. It is 1-1 now here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 1, Wellingborough Town 1. The penalty from Willock, the free kick from Draper, with 11 minutes of normal time to go until the break. Throw in for Hayward deep into Doughboys territory. Gets it back from Stanley Dube. Woodward, first time ball for Dube, blocked off. But Hayward with the second chance down the left-hand side, low drive in. And Shaywick, oh, he was so close to getting on the end of that. Slide away from Jack O'Connor. Grant from the targets, to move on, Guest away. Imoven. Sprinting away from Shea Willock. Finds Joe Curtis. Imoven's there with him, as is Fury. Back to Imoven. Up to Fury. Jones waiting for it near post. Swinging it from Guest. Finds Jordan Hayward on the left-hand side. Bates is with him, trying to force a mistake. Neat 1-2 with Stanley Jube. And now Carl Carey into the area. It's a tight angle. We need to cross. The cross blocked up by the captain, Jack O'Connor. Curled down the right. Here's Graham. Zito in from behind. Throw in to Wellingborough. Just shy of the halfway line. Curtis tying his boots. Wellingborough having to prolong the throw in here. 10 minutes to go till half-time. 1-1 between Sphinx and Wellingborough. We'll be going off air at half-time, so go back here for 8:45 for the second half. It's not the best of throws. Hayward thought he was being held from behind by Graham. Referee says nothing doing. Headed back where it came from by O'Connor, and Will Jones caught in the face there by Lewis Guest, I believe. It will be a free kick on the right side of the box. I think in a clear view as to what happened in that incident. But the referee, I believe, is going to have a word with the assistant referee, and the physio is being called over. And a yellow card, not for Lewis Guest, but for the Wellingborough number 6, Lloyd Bookby, for his reaction. Carl Carey was getting in the head there of the number 8, Joe Curtis. And has been told to get back in position for the set piece. Jones still receiving treatment from the Wellingborough physio. Reminder of the substitutes for the Doughboys: Ichifano, Bruce Blowers, Olale and Richard Knoll. Jones back on his feet, but will have to leave the field of play after receiving external help. So it will be Joe Curtis on set-piece duty. Wellingborough haven't pushed the entirety of their outfield contingent up front. But Sphinx will be wary of their set-piece threat after Jackie Draper got Wellingborough on terms. It's in by Curtis, it's a high one. Woods sees it coming and brings it down at the far post. Well held by Woods. Thumped up towards Shea Willock. Swing and a miss by Fury, and Willock should be able to get on the end of that one. No, Willock just held off by Fury. But as Moven got to the loose ball, we tried to play it to Fury to play Wellingborough out of danger, but he couldn't control it. And it's out of play for a throw-in right in the corner at the opposite end of the park for Coventry Sphinx. Throw-in to come for the Sphinx. It's in by Percy. Nodded up by Willock. Leaping header by O'Connor, and again. Out of the penalty area it goes. Here's Jordan Graham. Jamie Draper making no attempt to go for the ball there, trying to hold up the number 9. That he did. Referee says foul, but foul only. That's 5 yards down line from the centre circle in Wellingborough territory. 6 minutes until the break, still 1-1 between Sphinx and Wellingborough. Penalty from Willock and a free kick from Danny Draper sees the sides deadlocked as we head towards half-time. Adam North from the free kick. Guest unchallenged as he nods it away. Jube up for it. Bounces to the feet of Kyle Carey. Will we see the number 10 back to his best? Well, the ball taken away by Will Bates. Didn't get it cleanly, Bates, but the referee says it was good enough. Barnell clears from his defensive zone. Zito was dragging the shirt there on Kyle Carey by the number 8 Joe Curtis. Referee doesn't see. Connor Fury, Sphinx with everyone back. Don't want to concede here. Woodward. Time to swipe the ball away. And fired down the left-hand side for Shea Willock. It's a composed bit of goalkeeping from Adam North, who plays it out to George Barnell. Oh, good touch by Graham. Takes it away to Jamie Draper. Jack Downs. Woodward in the centre circle. The target was Joe Percy, but Imoven with the interception. Fury takes it over for the Doughboys. Percy's back to deal with him. It's a high cross in towards Will Jones, and Jones has brought that down. Zito now to cushion it away with Jordan Hayward, and Hayward has space to utilise. Bates is racing back to try and cover him off. Still going Jordan Hayward. He's got Shea Willock to his right-hand side. The run slows down. Jube, chance to strike for Shea Willock. Goes to ground softly, really, on the edge of the area, and referee, unsurprisingly, denies penalty claims. Jack O'Connor at centre-back for Wellingborough. The Doughboys now looking to calm things down for a final assault before the break. O'Connor again from Adam North. Here's Daniel Imoven. Jones has been the focal point up front, but he won't reach that long ball from Imoven on the edge of the area. Charlie Woods with the simple gather. Will Jones waiting for his opportunity, but he won't get it there, and it's Charlie Woods away. Shea Willock looking to get on the end of it. Nodded into touch on this near side. Buckby did well. Woodward. Return ball by Jube. Woodward onto the chest of Stanley Jube. Carey now Downs, who's looked to threat from midfield. Here's the captain again, Callum Woodward. Curtis trying to block his crossing route, and it's worked to full effect actually as Woodward chipped it down the left-hand side for Stanley Jube, but Jube couldn't reach it. I'm under the score at Loftus Road, still Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry City 1. Hadji right in the 4th minute, giving the Sky Blues the advantage, and no goals for the English teams in the Champions League. Arsenal 0-0 at home to Shakhtar Donetsk, and Aston Villa 0-0 at home to Italian side Bologna. We'll update you on the scores in the Pitching Northern Premier League Midlands when we can. It's a wayward kick from Adam North, straight into touch on the halfway line. Actually bounced into the Sphinx gantry here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Hayward with the throw, bounces past the feet of Shea Willock. Jube, Willock nods it on. Will he get to the seconds before Barnell? Well, Barnell's able to slide it back into play. Has actually given it back to Jordan Hayward. Probably would have been better to leave it to go out. Hayward along the touchline. Bates stopping it right on the line. And, well, Callum Woodward latching onto the loose ball in the midfield and punts it all the way back to his goalkeeper in Charlie Woods, looking to reset. It's over Jube, the goal kick. Barnell finds Draper in the centre circle. Here's a moment, the left back for Wellingborough Town, looking to make progress into the Sphinx half. Jordan Graham dropping deep, covered up by Draper, looking for the through ball to Jones. It came off the heel of Jones, but the loose ball intercepted by Jack Downs. He fires that one up towards Draper. Couldn't find Jamie Draper. He's found Danny Draper instead for Wellingborough. And the Doughboys are coming back for one more. Graham, here's Draper. Does he fancy his chances again? No, he doesn't. Curtis, Graham, they're lining up on the edge of the area. Couldn't find his way for a sea of sky blue. Woodward along the right touchline. Couldn't find Jube, but stumbling into touch is Lloyd Buckby, preventing Jube from reaching the pass. And a throw in just shy of the away dugouts here at Sphinx Drive. A couple of yards into Sphinx territory. Joe Percy looking for a sky blue and white option with 1 minute of normal time to go until half time. Headed straight back to where it came from by Lloyd Buckby. Percy again. The sizable presence of Willock as the target, flicks on with a heel of Willock. Kyle Carey looking for Stanley Jube. The clearance charged down by Kyle Carey, and the referee has said it was controlled with the arm. Well, Carey tried to put his arms into his body. He looked like an attempt to protect more than control, but the referee saw what he saw. Stanley Jube and Daniel Imoven now with a bit of a war of words. Unnecessary, really. And the referee, I think, wants a word with both men. There won't be any punishment, but it is a ticking off to Stanley G for Coventry Sphinx and Wellingborough's Daniel Ilmoven. Added time about to be announced. It'll be 2 minutes. A minimum of 2 minutes added time will be played at the conclusion of the first half. 2 added minutes. Woodward. I see a lot of shade work there. Turned away by Barnell, and that's a fantastic slide in by Jordan Hayward, not only to stop the run down the right of Will Bates, but to allow Sphinx time to regroup at the back. It's going to be George Barnell to take the throw in for Wellingborough at a pretty even first half. Wellingborough probably just edged the chances. Jones up for it, but again, Hayward out for the throw in, not allowing Wellingborough to get any sort of momentum down this right-hand side. Barnell again. Jones up for it. Jones nodded on to Graham. Hayward glancing header on. Bates forced into touch by Lewis. Guess the last touch coming of the Sphinx vice captain according to the lines on this near side. Level with the penalty area. We've had 90 seconds of added time already. This is the last chance of the half for Wellingborough. Bates looking for Curtis, looking to wrestle past the Sphinx man in Kyle Carey, and Kyle Carey has done very well there to see it out for the goal kick. Charlie Woods will surely be the last action of the first half. Drifts to the right-hand side. Well, that one was heading straight into the gantry. It's a good job we've got equipment insurance. But the throw won't be taken. It's half-time here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Shea Willock's penalty, putting the sky blue and white in front. But the equalising goal coming from a stunning free kick from Danny Draper. A tight affair in the opening 45 minutes. What will the second bring? Well, let's find out in the second half. We're going off there for 10 minutes here on the Sphinx YouTube channel, back at 8:45. And we're back for the second half here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Half-time score, Coventry Sphinx 1, Wellingborough Town 1, and a half-time substitution has been confirmed by Wellingborough Town with number 12, Tom Iachafano, replacing number 7, Will Bates, in what we assume will be a defensive change. Sphinx now kicking from left to right in their sky blue and white stripped home shirts, with Wellingborough in their changed strip of red and white. Fury's progress into the area, blocked up by Callum Woodward. Zito thumps that one away. O'Connor forced back to his own backyard. That's a shielded into touch with Shea Willock lurking menacingly there. It'll be a throw taken by George Barnell. Barnell taking a little while to get this one taken. Guest volleys it on towards Shea Willock, diving header in by O'Connor. Barnell. Draper heads it into the centre circle. Woodward forced down from behind by Curtis. Referee says nothing doing. Lloyd Buckby. Now it's with a moment. Barnell. Substitute Iachafano. Charge down by Joe Percy. Looks like Iachafano playing at left wing back now, allowing Connor Fury to play a little further up the field. And here is Fury. Playing it far too central there for Will Jones. He wanted it played down the right-hand side. It was pretty much down the line of sight to the goalkeeper and cleared by the defence. Here's Iachafano. Again, poor ball. Jamie Draper able to end that move swiftly. In the back line once again with George Barnell. Strides into Sphinx territory, a slip by Jones under the challenge of Patrick Zito, and the former Quorn centre-back's got that one wrapped up. Here's Callum Woodward. Jordan Hayward spaced down the left-hand side. Stanley Dube, I think he may have been offside anyway, but it wasn't going to reach him in a month for Sunday. It's far too powerful. Down the left-hand side and gathered by Adam North, the shot stopper for the Doughboys. North down the right, Fury the target. It's headed away by Zito after a throw in front of the away dugout. And the referee wants a word with Callum Woodward. Not entirely sure what for. Maybe something said by the Sphinx captain. But referee Mr. Walker inserting his authority into the game. So it's Barnell with the throw. 5 yards into Wellingborough territory. Jones. Heavy touch allows Hayward to latch onto it. Now Stanley Dube. Hayward making the overlapping run. Dube covered off by Buckby. Here's Jordan Hayward. Space utilised now. Willock's in there as is Kyle Carey. Tries to pull it back for Willock. Intercepted by Danny Draper, the goal scorer for Wellingborough Town. Powerful clearance. Stabbed down by Lewis Guest. But now the chase is on for Wellingborough. It's Will Jones and Graham's through on the left-hand side. Jordan Graham pulls it back. Graham to equalise, deflected, and into the bottom corner. The turnaround is complete for Wellingborough Town. Graham got the look of the draw. You don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. Graham, expert finisher, but needed some help to find the route past the Sphinx keeper, Charlie Woods. Sphinx can count themselves unlucky there. But Graham's effort, via a deflection, sends Wellingborough racing into the lead in the early going of the second half. Coventry Sphinx 1, Wellingborough Town 2. Goal for Wellingborough Town, scored by number 9, Jordan Graham. And now Willock, straight at the other end, oh so close. Literally from the kickoff, Shea Willock looking to catch North out at his near post and was inches away from drawing us level again. So North Gets us underway down the centre of the park. Jones is the target, not up by Jamie Draper. Danny Draper in there for the seconds, but Jack Downs heads it towards the right-hand side. Cut out by Ejafana, the substitute. That's with Imoven. Draper. Ejafano covered up by Joe Percy, but continues the run down the left wing. Percy wrestling for position with Ejafano and comes out second best. Free kick level with the area for the Wellingborough substitute. Well, Draper's going to stand over this one, but I'd bet me mortgage that he's not going to be scoring from here. Much tighter angle for Draper this time. Volleyed away at the near post by Percy. Ejafana, who won the free kick, heads it towards the danger zone again. Curtis. Jones heads it to the left-hand side for the free kick taker. Draper once more. Cross charge down by Jack Downs. Well covered by the Sphinx number 4, who's been Sphinx through and through since day one. Throw to Ejafano. Looking for a more central location and plays it through the centre circle. You can't get more central than that. Barnell back to North. The ball is in Wellingborough's court now, and it's in their half. North. Nodded up by Draper. Buckby's header. And Downs with the attempt to drill it away. Deflects to Graham. Perfectly weighted through perhaps for Will Jones. This time the slide from Charlie Woods couldn't have been better. Got to the ball first and plays it out off the Doughboys number 10. Goal kick for the Sphinx. A reminder of the score in Shepherd's Bush. Queen's Park Rangers 0. Coventry City 1 at Loftus Road. A much needed victory could be on the way for Mark Robbins and his Sky Blues. Ball over the back line for Coventry Sphinx. The Sky Blue and Whites a few yards away from getting onto that one. Shea Willock. Daniel Imoven. Passed around the midfield and Graham finds Ejafano with the freedom of Coventry. Ejafano pulls it back, looking for Draper. Patrick Zito able to intercept and find Jamie Draper. Curls it along the right-hand side. No one could keep it in. And Sphinx, halfway into their own turf, concede the throw-in down the left-hand side, which Daniel Imoven will throw up for Tom Ejafano. Draper wants it defeat. It's downline with Imoven again. Wellingborough wanting to calm things down and not take any silly risks. They've worked hard for this lead. Barnell. Graham tried to chest it down, but it's Guest who comes away with possession. Jordan Hayward gets the throw-in out of it despite the appeals of Wellingborough as Barnell was sent to the deck. Hayward got there first and steamed through the Wellingborough number 2. Woodward. Blocks header into the midfield and it's a powerful volley on by Draper. Jones, not to get beyond the last man, but Lewis Guest finds Charlie Woods and Woods will roll it out with Draper, who ended the game at Grantham as the star striker, really, as the main number 9. He actually came closest to pulling a goal back for the Sphinx, but his ball from the back came to nothing. The Sphinx have a reprieve as Jones and Graham, I believe, were both called offside there. Looking for a lofted ball over the Sphinx back line. It's going to be Woodward from the offside free kick, taking long to Joe Percy. What difference could he make here? It's Percy! At the far post is Jordan Hayward looking for his second in 2 matches. The angle too tight. So he blazed it over too. Well, Sphinx could be preparing their first change of the match as Callum Woodward slides in on, I believe it was Connor Fury who was making his way through. The referee saying that Woodward tripped Fury on the way through and gives the free kick. Reminder of the substitutes for Coventry Sphinx, Riley Nicholson and Finley Shark, the defensive options. Midfielders Callum Ballinger and the potential debutant Idris Fisani, and forward Roan Nui. On the halfway line, it will be George Barnell. Floated in by Barnell. Jones waiting for it. Guess got enough on that one. Now a chance for Curtis. Felt it took a touch on the way through, but it's low and curled to the right. A reminder of the subs for Wellingborough, who've already made their first roll of the dice, with Tommy Chafano coming on for Will Bates at half-time. They still have Jay Bruce, Joe Blowers, Isaac Olale and Neo Richard Knoll if they are needed from the bench. At the moment, it's so far so good for the Doughboys. So named because of the local delicacy known as hock and dough, which in Coventry is known as a ham batch. Woodward floats it towards Jordan Hayward, and he's found Hayward. Lays it off for Carey. Space in the midfield for Jack Downs. Does he fancy it? No. Looked for Joe Percy. The defender cut it out, but it's back with Downs. Now he'll have a go. Oh, not the worst of efforts from Downs, but not the best. Rolled towards the left-hand side of the goal. Well wide in the end. Update from the Champions League. Arsenal 1-0 up at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. Aston Villa and Bologna still drawing 0-0. Interception on the right for Fury. Lunging by Hayward, appeals for handball. Referee says nothing doing. Hayward comes away with it. Here's Stanley Dew from the centre circle, looking for Carl Carey. Carey had his back turned. It's intercepted by Danny Draper, who got the first goal for Wellingborough to draw them level. Qualified Barnell. High lofted ball towards Will Jones. Zito bring that aerial duel. It's Jack Downs now. Drills at the right hand side. Percy the target, but it's Ichafano the substitute who chests it to his feet. Can't find a red shirt. It's Lewis Guest who sends it high down the right hand side. Ichafano tries to shield it against Joe Percy. It's a wrestling match between the two, and predictably it's Ichafano who wins it. He got his body in front of Joe Percy. Percy always trying to wrap a leg round or just try and edge Ichafano away from the ball, but the defender wouldn't have it. We could maybe seeing some activity on the bench for both teams at the moment. Spinks had the substitute board ready. They clearly want to change things up. It looks to me as if Riley Nicholson has been warming up. We'll have to double check who heads on. North from the east side of the pitch. Free kick claimed in the air by Woodward, but the seconds collected by Connor Fury. Good strength on show from Fury to knock it past Jordan Hayward via a touch from the left wing back, and Coventry Sphinx have conceded the throw in, and they're going to wait to make this change, but there is an alteration coming for the sky blue and whites. Throw taken to Jordan Graham, who got the second goal. It's a poor ball from Graham, not what you expect at all from the full Sporting striker, looking for the overlapping run of Connor Fury. Coming up to the hour mark here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 1, Wellingborough Town 2. Jordan Graham's deflected effort, putting the Doughboys in front in the second half after 49 minutes. Guest heads that long ball away from his own backyard. Jube couldn't bring it to feet. Woodward to Downs. Was there a little drag on Downs? Referee says no. Kyle Carey looking to get back on the form that's earned him a contract. Finds Stanley Jube, a new hope from Coventry. We'll just slot it through the back line, deflected by Ichafano as far as Callum Woodward. Here's Carey again. Plenty of space out wide for Percy, but Carey is going for goal! player to ever earn himself a contract at Coventry Sphinx. Exhibit A right there. In off the post. Take a look at your dictionary, look up the word pinger. You'll see a photo of Kyle Carey next to it. He couldn't hit it any better if he tried a million times over. Kyle Carey back on the score sheet, and it couldn't have been better. Well, frankly, I'm still in shock of what I've just seen. I mean, I know what this kid can do. I followed his career with Coventry United, with Bedworth, with Coventry Sphinx for the last 7 years or so, but he still finds ways to surprise me, does Kyle Carey. Willock. Swat straight for a side. Look at the catch north off line. For a moment, it looked like it was destined for the near top corner. The swat on that ball, just taking it away. And Sphinx still awaiting that change. And the referee is having a word with the Wellingborough management. Maybe too many men stood up at one time. Some referees take that more seriously than others. What a game this has been here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. 62 minutes gone in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands as the fog starts to descend on the free-spired city. The first fog of the season. Now you know it's deep into autumn. It's 2-2 between the Sphinx and the Doughboys. And there's plenty of action still to come. Volleyed on by Jordan Hayward, and Worker's going to gamble on this one, and O'Connor has to hail away from his own goalkeeper with Shea Work on a mission. And out for the throw in there, no choice for Daniel Amoven. Now the Sphinx have Wellingborough against the ropes. Can they make this momentum count? Percy urged to relax with this throw in. Just down line from the penalty area. Here's Kyle Carey. Pirouettes around Draper. Does he fancy round two? Pulls it away from his man and finds Percy in space. High one by Percy, held away by Barnell. Awkward bounce, took it away from Downs. Percy handball claims against Draper. Referee says no handball, but the deflection certainly took it behind for the corner. So from the right-hand side, the Sky Blue and Whites have another set piece, which Callum Woodward is very motivated to take. Well, second half has thrown up plenty of surprises. Let's see if Woodward can craft another. It's Woodward over Zito, over Guest, Tube. Couldn't find its way for a sea of red. And collected on the left-hand side by Shea Work, the man mounted number 9. Deflected to Zito, who stays up. Looked to return to Shea Work, but that's, well, you've heard of a defender's finish. That was a defender's pass. And a change for the away side. So Neo Richard Knoll replacing Will Jones up front now. In my opinion, I would have kept Will Jones on. He's been by far and away Wellingborough's biggest threat. I mean, it may be a fitness issue, who knows, but if it comes down to sheer ability, it would have been prudent to leave Will Jones on the field. Well, of course, the two men staying on in attack, Conor Fury and Jordan Graham, are no slouches. Daniel Imoven. just inside home territory. Nudged in by Percy, couldn't take it away from Ichafano, who escapes the wrath of that season's player of the season. Ball in, and Charlie Woods leaping to that ball, catching it on the ground before Neo Richard Knoll could latch onto it for his first involvement of the game. Sphinx Easy have postponed their change, happy with how things are going after Kyle Carey's goal. Imoven couldn't make a clean contact on that header, and O'Connor to Ichafano, a little more nervy than it should have been at the back. The ball into the area, shepherded back to the goalkeeper by Lewis Guest. Zito. High one along the left-hand side. Barnell nods it down. Here's Joe Curtis deep into his own territory. Played on by Lloyd Buckby down the right-hand side. Zito should get there first, but Neo Richard Knoll trying to force his way through. He did, but the referee says no foul as both men go to ground. It's played back to Charlie Woods between the sticks for Coventry Sphinx. Now Jamie Draper on the edge of the area. And Coventry calming things down as they look to dictate the pace of the next move. Woods. It's over Willock, it's over Jude, chested to Imoven by O'Connor. Now Tom Iachafano. Not too close for comfort for Percy there, and has to knock it around the back line. That's fantastic passing between Iachafano and Lloyd Buckby. Buckby dinks it over to the left-hand side. Danny Draper, who got the goal from the free kick, leaving Draper behind. It's Danny Draper! It was a fantastic strike from Danny Draper after leaving his namesake Jamie Draper behind. But Charlie Woods, with an acrobatic and powerful punch, to deny a second goal for Danny Draper. Now the other end, Carey. After appeals for a free kick from Wellingborough turned away, Stanley Jube. Charges down the intended clearance from Danny Draper. Woodward, Willock. All to play for at this stage of the game. Kyle Carey, he's got the space, he's got the ambition, he hasn't got the accuracy. Still QPR 0, Coventry City 1 at Loftus Road. They've got underway in the second half by 6 minutes. And we are now at the halfway stage of the second half here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. What a second half it's been. It started 1-1, it's currently 2-2. Jordan Graham with a deflected effort putting Wellingborough in front, and then the peach of all strikes, Carl Carey in off the post. Woods forced to launch that one away under pressure, and Coventry Sphinx are making a change here as it's out for the throw-in just in front of the Sphinx gantry. So it's a double change for Coventry Sphinx. Both centre-backs withdrawn. Lewis Guest and Patrick Zito off. On come Finley Shorrock and Riley Nicholson in what will surely be a formation change for Coventry Sphinx. It looks like Shorrock going to left-back, Nicholson at centre-back with Jamie Draper, and Joe Percy now at right-back with Hayward moving a little bit further up the field. Here's Graham. Shields from Jamie Draper, and Jordan Hayward has gone down there. Thankfully, he seems to be able to get back to his feet. Jordan Hayward had to be back on it now as Woodward slides it along the touchline. Graham, Jamie Draper swipes it away from behind from Jordan Graham's feet. Here's Stanley Tube, great pace on show, down the centre of the park, looking for Jordan Hayward, and Moven's header is actually picked out. Jordan Hayward beautifully, cutting in from the right-hand side, it's Hayward, squares it for Stanley Tube. Tube trying to get himself in a shooting position, runs to the back of him, Moven, and cleared by Ichafano. Graham collects still deep into Wellingborough territory. Imoven drills it to Danny Draper. The space out wide. There's a handball against Fury. Referee says no. It'll be controversial if Fury goes on to make an impact here. Fury, I'm going to slip it through for Richard Knoll. Referee's... Why not for a free kick there? Callum Woodward, I believe. Oh, the red card for Callum Woodward! Woodward has been sent off! The Wellingborough man has stayed down as Callum Woodward slid in with only eye for the ball. But the referee, Mr. Walker, has seen it differently, and Sphinx are down to 10 men. Well, just when you thought these suspension woes were behind the Sphinx, red cards in consecutive matches for Shea Willock, Joe Percy and Sam Lockley, all three available again. Although Lockley is out through injury, Lewis Guest then sent off last Saturday at Grantham in a post-match altercation. Now Callum Woodward is off. Well, it was Conor Fury on the receiving end of that challenge. Woodward still remonstrating with Richard Walker, the man in black, but Walker's made his decision. He's not going to change it now. Woodward forced off the field. So Sphinx, after just changing their game plan, they've got to change it again. And some members of the Wellingborough faithful in the Willie Nibs stand are taking exception with Woodward's challenge. And the Sphinx management staff coming to the aid of their captain, not as if he needs it. And now Sphinx, for the last 19 minutes or so, are going to have to go it with 10 men. And it's now become a back-to-the-wall job. And the referee is now demonstrating with the Sphinx management team and the Wellingborough coaching team, who are unhappy about something, and the referee ordering Craig Jones away, the new first-team coach at Coventry Sphinx. Well, in no uncertain terms, Walker saying, get on with the game. Jack Downs, and he plays it into the path of Charlie Woods. Now Downs has taken over the captain's armband. It usually would go to Lewis Guest, but Guest, of course, has been taken off. As Sphinx look to go for all 3 points. Now, you have to think that they're looking to seal the one. Woods, down the middle of the field. O'Connor can only find Jordan Hayward of Coventry Sphinx. Now it's with Kyle Carey, whose incredible effort has put Sphinx in with a chance here. Woodward, now Shea Willock, who scored from the penalty. Swing and a miss by Woodward, but racing over to try and keep it in. Stanley Dew, and he's got there in time. Blocked off by Barnell. Fury getting stuck into, and it's Fury who brings the ball away for Wellingborough. Graham. His ball charged down by Riley Nicholson, now playing at left back, it would appear, for Coventry Sphinx. Shorrock on the left wing. Here's Percy. Strolling up from the back. Pulls it behind Kyle Carey, but Carey's not going to give up on it. Dispossesses the left back. Now Jordan Hayward. Shea Willock is free. Hayward going for glory. Flies wide to the left post. And Sphinx are going to bring on another midfielder, and it's going to be the debutant in Idris Fussaini. His introduction coming up in a minute or so, but he's stripped off and ready. He's been training with Coventry Sphinx for the past 3 months. Has been awaiting international clearance after signing for Serbian side Radniki Nis. Fury. It's rolled past Jordan Graham and didn't quite roll to Richard Knoll. Fury, the second bite of the cherry, takes on Phineas Shark and loses. Tube striding away. Kyle Carey, Sphinx haven't got the numbers here, but it's not going to stop them. Phineas Shark. Tube chasing. Barnell turns away from Jude with the right moment and opens up a little pocket of space on the right. Barnell skews it out to the right and in front of the Sphinx technical area. Oh, Shorrock was ready to take it, but he's been pushed further down line by the referee. Could be not one but two Sphinx changes coming up. We know it's the new lad in midfield. Fasani is going to be coming on. It looks like Callum Ballinger preparing too. Hayward. Slide doesn't take it away by Ichafano. Draper. Richard Knoll. Draper! Blocked beautifully by his opposite number 4 in Jack Downs. And he's got his own fan club to our left-hand side. Although these days I've heard they're supporting Rugby Borough. Luke Downs and family next to us. Luke Downs, a Coventry Sphinx legend, his lovely partner Laura. See, Madam isn't with us tonight though. In by Draper. Scramble in front of goal. Wellingborough couldn't get it goal bound. And Jordan Hayward, oh look at that, pulls it behind Draper. Jack Downs, clearance charged down by Danny Draper. Here's Simia Chafano, the half-time substitute, slide in by Hayward. It looks like Hayward got the last touch on that one, so Downs better try and keep it in. He does, curls it along the right touchline, and it's still in. And Shea Willock shielding well. Still going Willock and gets the free kick out of it as Harris in with the challenge. Draper furious, but there was certainly an infringement there from the left back, Daniel Amoven, far too handsy on the former Walsall Woodlow knee. Now 2 changes are still awaiting introduction for Coventry Sphinx. Ballinger and Fasani both waiting on the touchdown, but they'll have to wait as Jack Downs lines up this free kick on the halfway stage. Towards Willock. Up and out by the number 5, O'Connor. Percy tries to keep it within Spinks's means, but Jube couldn't be found. And here come the changes now for Coventry Sphinx. Well, one first coming for the away side. Changes not forthcoming just yet. It's Connor Fury who's been replaced by Isaac Alei. Danny Draper in the centre circle looking to escape capture by Jack Downs and finds Tom Iachafano. Thinks it past Percy, knee back heel towards Iachafano by Graham. But Kyle Carey with the interception. And now Carey racing on, looking for the through ball to Shea Willock. Too close to O'Connor. Out comes the keeper, he had to get there first, he does. We've seen what happened at the other end of the park there with Spinks's Charlie Woods conceding what proved to be a goal-conceding free kick. Lloyd Buckby. That's with George Barnell. Bounces past Neo Richard Knoll. Easy pickings for Jamie Draper. Not the height required on the clearance by Woods. Curtis. Awkward landing for Riley Nicholson. He gets the free kick out of it. Shoulder to shoulder with Neo Richard Knoll mid-air. And here come the Coventry Sphinx changes after the 3rd of the evening for Wellingborough. It's just the one change with Coventry Sphinx rather than the two. Ballinger still awaiting his introduction, but it can confirm that Stanley Jube has been replaced by Idris Fasani. Nicholson. Shields from Richard Knoll, and Richard Knoll straight into the back of Riley Nicholson. Free kick deep into their own territory for Coventry Sphinx. Now 10 minutes of normal time to go. Coventry Sphinx 2, Wellingborough Town 2. Oh, and there's been a goal at Loftus Road. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. Kieran Morgan with the equaliser for the Hoop. So bad news for Sky Blues fans tuning in. QPR 1, Coventry City 1. In the Champions League, there's an injury stoppage with Charlie Woods needing some help. Arsenal 1-0 up at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. Still 0-0 between... in fact, no, the score's just updated. Aston Villa 2-0 up at home to Bologna. Goals from John McGinn and John Duran putting the Villains in front. And now we're never going to be able to shut up Chris Nee because they're actually winning in the Champions League. Let's have a look through the latest scores in the Northern Premier League Midlands as Woods continues to receive some treatment. Anstey 0, Corby Town 2, Lye 0, Darlaston 3, Racing Club Warwick 1, Hinckley 3, Rugby Town 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1, Coleshill Town 0, and Sporting Council 1, Worcester City 2. Well, Charlie Woods, I'm glad to say, is okay to continue. He won't have to lead the field, of course, because there are different rules for goalkeepers after they've received treatment. Callum Ballinger still waiting on the touchdown. He was the only substitute not used on Saturday. He was complaining of a hip problem. So 8 minutes of normal time to go. Do Coventry Sphinx have a hope of getting the win, or are they just going to try and settle for the point? Woods, towering header away by O'Connor. Jack Downs loops it up. Who will bring it down? It's on by Graham. Richard Knoll. Now Iachafano just into away territory. Tommy Iachafano at left wing back. Asking a bit much there of the number 16, Isaac Ali, and asking too much as he hooks it to the far side of the field on the right wing. And it's behind the Wellingborough substitute. And it looks like Joe Blowers, the former Coventry United captain, is preparing. A very familiar face in these parts. Shorrock, claimed mid-air by Shea Willock. Carey beaten to the punch by O'Connor. Now there's space out wide for Iachafano. Racing back to deal with him is Jordan Hayward. Fantastic slide by Hayward and fires it over the gantry. Well, Hayward has got to be up there for man of the match in my opinion. And another change for Wellingborough Town. So a straight swap in midfield. Joe Blowers, originally from Southend, but up here for University. He's replacing the number 8 Joe Curtis, and how he would love to score against his former club's biggest rivals. Iachafano with the throw-in halfway into Sphinx territory. Down line it goes with Draper. Drills it into the midfield. No one home for the Doughboys. Here's Finley Shorrock from the bench to Kyle Carey. Look for a route around Barnell. Thought there was handball there. Referee says nothing doing. Neo Richard Knoll dinks it into the area and diving onto it, Charlie Woods. Coming up to the last 5 minutes here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the coverage so far. And subscribe for more exclusive content from the club throughout the season. We look forward to visiting the beautifully named Dog and Duck Ground in Wellingborough later on in the campaign. Well, Sphinx are throwing, knocking on the door of the penalty area after it was launched up from the back and headed out. Percy. Carey just avoids the outstretched leg of Iachafano. Hayward will hand in the chest of Daniel Amoven. The referee says it's fair game, it's out for the goal kick, and North will take it quickly. Wellingborough have enjoyed a positive start to life at step 4. They want to keep it going. Olay. Here's Joe Blowers. Darting towards the box. Still going Blowers. Still going Joe Blowers. Into the area he goes. Blowers. His cross blocked by a sliding Finley Shorrock, and after a throw-in, level with the box. Well, Ballinger's put a training vest on, so it seems as if his substitution has certainly been delayed. Now he's taking it off, and Sphinx are going to make that change. I believe the next time the ball goes out of play. The throw-in hooked away by Shorrock. Barnell heads it to his centre-back partner in Jack O'Connor. North back to the captain, O'Connor. Pulls it left for Daniel Amoven. And there's acres of space for Iachafano. Awkward control though, and nodded away as it was flicked up by Jordan Hayward. Percy fires that one into touch. And taken quickly by Daniel Amoven. Danny Draper. Isaac Olay collects it. Pinballs through to the midfield, and Joe Blowers taking a chance from range into the chest of Charlie Woods. Just over 3 minutes left. The pendulum swinging both ways at the moment. It's Woods. Connors nods it across his back line. Isaac Olay runs into the Sphinx Terriers on for Saini, and the referee has pulled it back for the free kick about 10 yards into enemy territory, and Sphinx finally are going to bring on Callum Ballinger, and it's Kyle Carey leaving the field. That tells me that Sphinx want to get a point out of this. So it's Kyle Carey off, Callum Ballinger on. The attacking midfielder for a more defensive option. It's an awkward free kick, headed away by Ronnie Nicholson. Headed on by Hayward. Shay Willock has curled that one beautifully for Jordan Hayward. Racing onto it, trying to beat Iachafano for pace. Ballinger's in the area waiting for it. Willock's up there too. Jordan Hayward goes with glory, trying to tuck it into that near post. North was equal to it. And straight away North launches it up towards Neo Richard Noel, headed across this near side. Joe Blowers keeps it in for Wellingborough. Taking on Percy, who will win that battle. Blowers gets the ball past Joe Percy with the cross, but not Jack Downs. Corner to come from the left-hand side. Danny Draper and Blowers offering the short option. It's second short to Joe Blowers. Is he going to have a go? He is! Couldn't find its way for a sea of sky blue. I think it was Fasani who made the block. Second cross headed away by Nicholson. Iachafano plays a 1-2 with Barnell. Olay, and off the post by O'Connor. O'Connor picked out beautifully with that low drive from substitute Isaac Olay. As he swept it to the net. He thought he'd won it for the Doughboys, but a lick of paint denies him. And Charlie Woods again is going to need some help here. And of course, Sphinx don't have a substitute goalkeeper. The one sub they have left to use is Ron Nui, and Sphinx were hoping not to use him as he played in a youth match last night. Well, we're coming to the end of normal time. We believe there's going to be around 5 added minutes. Well, Sphinx need their goalkeeper to get up. Otherwise, they'll be going with an outfield player in goal. And in fairness, the last time that Sphinx had an outfield player in goal, well, unfortunately, the goalkeeper can't play either because Callum Woodward was in the six that time, I believe, against Kozel, before some absolute heroics, but of course, he's been sent off. Well, Woods is okay to continue. And is that Roan Nui stripping off for a 5-minute cameo? It looks like it is. Sphinx believe they can go for this win. But they do not want to lose the point they've already earned. Richard Knoll, great defending by Jamie Draper, acrobatic clearance as far as Ichafano. Buckby. Isaac Olale. And headed well wide by Tommy Ichafano. In fact, it's actually kept in by Blowers. Atrocious header by Ichafano, it must be said. Force all the way back to the halfway line into the centre circle with O'Connor. Blowers forced back by Fasani. Draper. Graham. He's already scored from range once via a deflection. Won't get the chance this time though. Downs in with a challenge. Kept alive by O'Connor. Emoven deflected ball. Headed into the area. It was behind Joe Blowers. While Joe Percy made sure that ball isn't coming back for a while. O'Connor nods away from the only man in the attacking vicinity for Sphinx, Shea Willock. Danny Draper. Switches the play with George Barnell. Buckby. Olay, he's with him. Finds the substitute, Isaac Olay. Lobs it into the area. Nicholson heads it away from Neo Richard Knoll. And Sphinx have got the free kick there as Finley Shorrock is forced over. He tried to shield the ball on that far side of the field, and Sphinx are going to make one last change with Roan Nui set to come on. Well, Jordan Hayward has made his difference. Roan Nui coming on for the last 2.5 minutes, according to our watch. Charlie Woods with the free kick inside his own half, headed away by O'Connor. Richard Knoll. Percy went down, but has to get back up again as Neo Richard Knoll has got the ball at his feet. He's got Ichafano to the left-hand side, whips it in for Jordan Graham. Graham brings it down the edge of the area, and Richard Knoll knocks it onto Ichafano, stumbled by Ichafano, forced out of the area by Jack Downs, and cut out well by Roan Nui, and it's handball against the number 4, Danny Draper. In fact, it may have been for a hand in the back too. There was 2 potential fouls there. Sphinx only needed 1. Well, Wellingborough want the match sped up. Sphinx slowing the pace down. It's the final seconds of an enthralling match at Sphinx Drive. Free kick headed away on the edge of the area by O'Connor. Fasani on his debut. Ballinger. Into the corner he goes. And swiping across his moment, and the final touch came off Callum Ballinger. Do Wellingborough have one last opportunity if they can get out of their own backyard in time? We were told there was 5 minutes of added time. Those have elapsed. Imoven. O'Connor across the back line. with George Barnell. Wellingborough trying to push on with Olele. Great slide by Ballinger. But funked on by Lloyd Buckby. Here's Tommy Chafana, who came on at half-time as a substitute. Daniel Imoven. Do Wellingborough believe? Imoven receives from Graham. Danny Draper. Lloyd Buckby. Wellingborough loading the gun, but they can't fire. Collected on the edge of the area by Rodney Nicholson, takes it too close to Imoven, seems in with a challenge, but snatched away by O'Connor, and now it's played through for Joe Blowers. Game-saving challenge from Jamie Draper, just as Blowers was about to pull the trigger. Flies out on the far side for a throw into Wellingborough, but there is an injury halt as Lloyd Buckby has hit the deck. Right, it's 1-1. Excuse me. Between QPR and Coventry City, they still have 10 minutes to play at Loftus Road. A crucial fixture for both sides who are struggling miserably towards the bottom of the table. City did take the lead through Hadji right in the 4th minute, but an equalising goal from Morgan has pulled it back for QPR. We're nearly 7 minutes into added time here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 2, Wellingborough Town 2. And it looks like Buckby is not going to be able to continue. Wellingborough physio and Joe Blowers helping Buckby to his feet. They still have Jay Bruce that they can bring on, and I believe that's what's going to happen. Jay Bruce coming on for Lloyd Buckby. So Jay Bruce will come on for Lloyd Buckby, who is struggling to even leave the field at this stage. No way that he could have continued. Well, Buckby's collapsed on the far side of the field. In his absence, Wellingborough with surely the last chance of the match to hoof it in from the right-hand side. O'Connor's up there, nodded out of the area. Fasani with the clearance. Willett will give chase. Here's Bruce. Launches it into the winning stand, and that will surely be game over. Well, the referee, I believe he's dealing with a matter on the far side there. It's Nicholson saying that Buckby is interfering with the throw as he's prone on the touchline receiving treatment. Yellow card for Sean Thomas, the Coventry Sphinx joint manager. Must be for something that he said. Nine minutes of added time, as many minutes as we saw with a plethora of time wasting on Saturday against Grantham. And there's not really been any time wasting from Wellingborough, certainly. There's been a little bit from Sphinx, but only to be expected. Nicholson, plenty of distance on that throw. Willett will give chase. O'Connor will see it out for another throw-in halfway into Wellingborough territory. Hoofed up by the Wellingborough captain. Brought down by Ballinger. Willock the target, and Willock has got there. Fasani is helping him out. Idris Fasani plays it through for Willock. This to Willock, the Coventry Sphinx. Couldn't find his way around the defender. Fasani keeps it alive. Willock was offside, couldn't make contact with the ball, and it's rolled into the hands of Adam North, who tries to get Wellingborough on the front foot again. Won't get the chance to. Coventry Sphinx have seen it out. Without that red card, could Coventry Sphinx have gone for the win? We'll never know. But a frantic second half results in another draw for Coventry Sphinx. They're 4th in 5 matches. They're not losing games, crucially. and they had to fight for that well-earned point, and they got it through the wand of a boot of Kyle Carey, that exquisite strike in off the post, pulling it back for the Sphinx after Danny Draper and Jordan Graham had turned it around for Wellingborough following Willock's first half penalty. Final score in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands, Coventry Sphinx 2, Wellingborough Town 2. And that's all she wrote here on Coventry Sphinx on YouTube. Join us again next Tuesday with the visits to Quorn. Hopefully we see the full 90 minutes out. We'll see you next time. Highlights available tomorrow night here on our YouTube channel. Take care. We'll see you at Quorn.